In the speedrunning community, emulator usage is considered especially heinous. On Twitch.tv, the dedicated Melvins who play these games are members of an exclusive squad known as the Elite Tournament. These are their races. Hello and welcome to the Elite Tournament weekly show. This is week number 3. I am Hans Buttface. As always, we have plenty of excitement in the Elite Tournament, featuring the game Adventures in the Magic Kingdom for the NES. After tonight's races, there's only going to be 2 more weeks left, so these races are very important in the standings, and the road to the postseason is getting narrow. Who will make it? That remains to be seen. Let's go to Group Meta right now with BGT and Edge.
Hello, welcome to another race. I am BentGlassTube or BGT, joined by Edgeworth or Edgestream.
Hello.
So we got just one race for this session. This is Jam Eviler versus Zarnax42 in the Mater group.
Should be a good match, and so far, about the same speed on the question, so pretty fair start.
Yeah, Zarnax taking a little handicap there by choosing the name 42. I think it's probably not going to matter too much in the end.
Oh, and he takes a wrong answer too. And Jam's gonna sneak into Space Mountain just ahead of him.
Yeah, and like there's nothing really to talk about during Space Mountain, so we can mention the fact that there's only one race here again. Normally we'd have these, 2 1v1 races, but apparently there's some ongoing litigation between Capcom and Puke 7.
Yeah, I guess Puke 7 was supposed to be in the next DLC character in Street Fighter V, but he's got to work that out first before he plays any Capcom games.
Yeah, he's not allowed to tell us too much about it because it's still ongoing, but he actually makes an appearance in this game, so this will be the second Street Fighter V. I mean, will be the second Puke 7 appearance in a Capcom game.
Reaching back in the Capcom lore there.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was so famous. I didn't know we had celebrities, in this crew of elite esports gamers.
I mean, the name had to come from somewhere, right?
That's very true. So yeah, these guys are still in the nauseating Space Mountain. What's your favorite pizza topping, Edge? I don't think I've asked you that before.
Just regular cheese and pepperoni. Can't go wrong with the classics.
Just keeping it simple. I think that's that's my wife's favorite pizza toppings as well.
Yeah, so of course living in California you can't find it anywhere.
We do have places, but like the crust is made of kale. I don't know, it's really weird. Like if you want normal crust, then you have to have like anchovies and pineapple toppings.
Yeah, or the Thai pizza with peanuts and that weird dressing.
Yeah, there's a place not too far from where I live that's like a Indian pizza place. So they have like Indian food toppings on pizza. And I've never personally had it. It sounds a little strange, but yeah, people say it's good. I don't know if that really counts as pizza though.
I was almost gonna say pineapple like Hawaiian pizza, but I wouldn't have been able to keep a straight face.
And meanwhile, we got both players out of the nauseating roller coaster and onto Autopia.
How much better would this be if you could like just drop an oil slick behind you?
Yeah, that would be amazing. Like, Spy Hunter is a way better game than this. Although I'm not sure, like, if the cars in Spy Hunter, the enemy cars in Spy Hunter or in this game are bigger jerks. That might be a toss-up. Interestingly, I don't see either of them like going for very many stars. I guess these are cesspool strats.
Just play it safe. Can't go too fast. I tried going too fast in some of my practice runs, and I ended up clipping the railing.
Yeah, I've done that plenty of times, and I think I did.
Oh, speaking of which!
Speaking of, oh, jeez. Yeah, that's the railing. That's always the one, because like if you're even 1 pixel over, it kicks you right out.
Yeah, that's. Hate that railing so much.
Yeah, and in my last week race versus D-Pad Danny, I was pushing myself too hard on this very level on Autopia. I think I fell in the water is what happened. I like was trying to stay right on the edge of one of the ramps and was just a little too far over. Ooh, we got another wrong trivia question there.
Who doesn't know Mickey Mouse's birthday?
I mean, I can't say that I know it. I know it's B.
It's always middle.
Always middle. We should look at the breakdown and see, like, if you always guess middle, how many would you get right? Obviously, all of them. So yeah, here's Peak 7 at the pirate level. There's several of him that wander around here.
Seems like they got a veteran crew going here as far as the pirates.
Yeah, for sure. So I wonder in Autopia, like, as you get near the end, it starts to beep. Can you actually lose that race? Or is it just like whenever you finish, it counts you as having won?
So
there's the other cars that finish ahead of you, but it doesn't seem to matter.
So I think that's an indication of the hidden timer. And Eunice has mentioned this before, that there's hidden timers in other levels, and I think the beeping indicates that you're about to run out of time.
Ah, okay. Yeah, because I was paused doing something and I ran into the hidden timer in the haunted mansion once. Or I'd like left to get the drink or something between runs. And I came back and it was on this like time's up screen.
Jam misses the jump. Just gotta climb all the way back up, and thankfully for Zarnax, the boat's there.
Yeah, it's always nerve-wracking when the boat's not there. Like, how do you even know what you're supposed to do in a situation like that?
Oh no!
That's an easy hit to take. If you gotta walk far enough forward to spawn the Kaizo fireball, but not so far that you get hit by the first one.
Yeah, it looks like Jam was trying to queue up the invincibility, but gets hit right beforehand, so loses his momentum, and he's gonna play it safe, because that ghost one-shots you. Very funny joke, developers.
Yeah, it's interesting because when you fight him as the last boss, spoilers, he doesn't one-shot you. Like there, he just does a normal 1 damage. So which of these levels do you think gave you the most trouble when you were learning this game?
Space Mountain, definitely. Because I didn't realize it had a fixed pattern.
Zarnax with some interesting ladder strats there. I've never seen anyone do that jump that way. Yeah, I didn't realize it was a fixed pattern at first either, but like I just basically tunnel visioned on the little panel at the bottom that showed you what was going on.
Yeah.
Because like, the first couple times I played that, it like really made me dizzy. That like, crappy 3D starfield effect that they have going.
Yeah, I suppose after practicing it, I should have realized, but it's like I have goldfish memory, so
I wouldn't know anything about that. But yeah, like after a while, it does. You get the suspicion that like this seems very familiar. Oh, I didn't see what happened to Zarnax, but he's back on the boat here.
yeah, he got bum rushed by Mr. Magoo coming off of the ladder from the underground. Jam just shotguns down the ghost, so only the most lethal Disney ride left to get through.
It's funny because the ghost is like the only boss in this game, and it's such a disappointment. I mean, aside from the boat spawn boss. Oh no, he doesn't have enough stars to do anything about it.
Oh no.
He's got to be running low on lives at this point. Or did he already get a game over?
He already took game over, so... Looks like Jam's taking a pretty safe route on the right side here.
Yeah, I didn't realize when I first was learning this that you could like slow down in the Thunder Mountain, so I was just like, oh god, I gotta like look at this map and know where I can go so I don't ever take any hits, because I didn't know you could avoid them. I had a pretty cool pause buffering strat in those days. Zarnax narrowly recovers that from the Kaizo fireball there.
And Jam is in. Winner with the time of 11:04.
That's not a bad time at all.
That is pretty solid. And Mr. Magoo gets him again. Ouch.
This guy's just got it in for Zarnax. Yeah, I think if you're not in the Mickey Mouse group, 1104 is gonna win quite a few races. Hopefully Zarnax can keep 2 hearts as he comes through here.
The cannonballs sure aren't doing him any favors in this run. Was that like 8?
Yeah. You know, I've had runs where 0 fireball or 0 cannonballs spawn. I wish I could figure out like a way to consistently manipulate them. Yeah, he's taking it extra slow through here to make sure that he has the life to battle his nemesis here.
Gets him again.
Yeah, I didn't realize at first when you grab that candle that you get a weapon. And if you come up here and don't realize that you can kill these guys, like this part is pretty much impossible. Whew.
Oh, that was close.
Yeah, that would have been very disappointing. I wonder if you land in the boat, if you can like jump back out.
There's no boat until you light it.
Oh, really? As you might suspect, I don't actually look to see if there's a boat or not ever.
It's a pretty safe assumption. Yeah, playing this one safe too. Just trying not to get that special try again screen.
Can the hands that come out of the coffins actually hurt you?
Yeah, when they are fully extended, they will hit you.
Yeah, it works out that if you just like hold right and ignore them, they never hit you. So I didn't worry too much about it, but it seems odd. Like it looks like they're gonna hit you. Zarnak's playing it safe, but then using the early chair spawn strats there.
And now, ouch.
And then the very late chair spawn strats right after that. He's gonna keep at it though. He's paying his respects on the graveyard on the way there. He's gonna have to take that, forced to take that first screen a little slower that time because the game over gets rid of all your stars.
Yeah, the timing on those hands just works out perfectly. They're either just popping out or retracting as you walk over the top of them.
Yeah, it's like watching one of the like runs of this game and noticed that they just walked over him like they weren't even there. So I started doing that, and it just works out perfectly. All right, he remembers to spawn the chair this time. This room, I think, was the one that gave me the most trouble when I was learning this game.
It's just double shotting the book.
Yeah, double shotting the book, or like just not noticing them even, because they blend in pretty well with the background. And then this part, like, until you know what to do, this part is just guaranteed to kill you.
Yeah, that middle ghost always clipped me.
Zarnax had a pretty early ghost spawn, and again, but despawned him.
Alright, he's got 56 candles, 61, come on out, buddy.
Car wash. He makes it out of there. Oh, you did some different trivia routing, it looks like, too. I'm not sure what trivia he's got left after this.
What was that, Station 4 he's got?
Station 4.
This one's pretty nice.
Yeah, I think you can hold right the whole time and get Station 4 with just a couple slowdowns to avoid hits.
Yeah, I think there's like... Yeah, if you miss that boulder, you can pretty much take hits the rest of the way. Yeah, like from here you should be good to go.
I think because he held right, he had to like slow down for 2 gates, but the rest of this is clear.
Well, one of the nice things is you can hit one of the gates and your invincibility frames, if you're going full speed, will carry you through the second, so you only need to slow down for the third.
All right, let's play trivia. Oh, so you still got Small World. All right, one down. So you just got, what, 4 questions left now? That's not too bad.
Yeah. Always middle.
Always. Oh, we forgot about the one by Thunder Mountain.
It's alright. This is a pretty big theme park. You can get lost.
This one, every time I answer it, it says oops, and I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Every single time it gets me. It's getting good questions. Fauntleroy, Geppetto. Nice. He pulls it together in the end. Wins the Melvin hat. So yeah, hopefully we'll get Puke 7 will get his lawsuit sorted out, and we can see the missing race from this group sometime in the near future.
$1948. It's a pretty good year.
That it is. Much better than 1104. Maybe we should change the winner for this one. But yeah, do you have anything else to add, Edge?
No, I think that about does it. Shall we throw this back to Hans in the studio?
Let's send it back. Thanks for commentating with me.
Anytime, BGT.
And before we take a look at the Group Mater standings, we want to celebrate Zarnax's 1948 time with a little trip in the Wayback Machine back to 1948 and celebrate some of the finer moments of that year. Born in 1948, actor John Ritter, Prince Charles, musicians Johnny Ramone, Olivia Newton-John, Alice Cooper, Ozzy Osbourne, actor Samuel L. Jackson, and the creator of the Elite Tournament and speedrunning in general, Al Gore. Also happening in 1984, Mahatma Gandhi was murdered on January 26th. Israel became a country, declaring their independence from Palestine. The first Polaroid camera goes on sale at the Boston Jordan Marsh department store for $89.75. Czechoslovakia, that used to be a country, remember them? They became communist. In sports, NASCAR would hold its first modified stock car race at Daytona Beach. It was also the debut of the board game Scrabble, and the concept was shared of what would become the plans for the amusement park Disneyland. Now back to 2018 in Group Mater. Dark Magician is still in first place in the division at 1-0. Jam moves up to second place, 2-1. Zarnax falls to third place at 1-1. Just a Man had the week off, and Puke 7. He's still in litigation. Let's move on to some Group Elsa action with Buzz Thunder and Dark Magician.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Elite Season 6 Group Cold Broad. My name is Buzz Thunder, and I am joined by Dark Magician. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing okay. So, yeah, like you said, this is Group Elsa. This is week 3 or 4. I don't even remember anymore.
This is week 3. Get it right.
All right, so here we are in week 3, and we got 4 guys here, and they're going to race this game. And yeah, so there's some questions, and I don't even read half the time.
Well, when 4 of them pop up, it's really hard to read them at the same time, but apparently
No, I
Donald-
just look at the answers. Really, I have no idea what half the questions say.
Oh, that's a good way to do it. That's a nice way to respond to them. So did you by any chance check out the Chicago Sun-Times crossword today?
I did not.
Oh, there was a good answer. Number 23 was 10 letters across, a common middle name in the 1940s.
Okay.
Do you have an answer for that?
No, I can't. Nothing
Oh,
10
okay,
letters long.
Maybe we'll come back to it. Well, here we are in Space Mountain, or as it's called, the Alan Heffley level. Has that caught on yet?
Yeah, I don't know. Does he have his engraved cart badge yet?
Yeah, well, I was last week just because I've been so into this tournament. I actually flew down to Florida, went and rode Space Mountain, and there was a cart that had the Alan Heffley like written on the side of it. So I got in that, but the ride just kept locking up and crashing, and like we had to go through again. So don't choose that one.
So you were there like the entire time?
Yeah, I was there for about 5 hours. It was fun. Actually, probably 10 minutes, and then I just decided, fuck this, I'm getting off the ride.
Were there people like located all over the park who were just asking you random trivia?
Surprisingly, yes, there were. This is as true to real life as it possibly could be. I tell you what. And like I said, the Alan Heffley, he is on stage A, everybody else is on E.
This seems like it's going well for him then.
No, he's doing okay. He's not that far behind.
Everybody's in Space Mountain. He's not that far behind.
All right, just leave him alone. All right, you've been pretty hard on him.
Yeah, more or less.
Let's see if anybody's gonna get out of here. A good time to get out of here is like 2:42 to hit your split, but splits are kind of bullshit in this game. So Yunos is the first out, and he's heading up to Panhandle guy. I didn't even read what he says. What did he say about the Panhandle? Panhandle Pete? That's the guy's name? Good lord. What just happened?
This is good stuff from Redbird Grad. What we got playing over here?
I can't tell. I mean, it's very 80s. But I can't tell what group that is. I mean, talk about being distracted from the guy, the drummer looks like drummer looks like the guy from the Kids in the Hall. What's his name? Bruce McCulloch, but I don't think that's Bruce McCulloch. I want it to be, but I don't think it is.
Oh man, we're back to the race.
Okay, so
that's disappointing.
Wow, does he have that kind of confidence that he just threw that in? Well, you know what? He could be watching Alan's stream and it was trying to give him a little bit of a break to catch up, so he decided to play a music video. But get your guesses in chat right now to see what that was, but I won't be able to tell you the answer.
Yeah, I leave the questions for Larry and apparently Yunos. These guys are quiz masters.
Oh, ouch. Edgestream took that bullshit jump that forces you out of bounds. It's really annoying and going to set him pretty far behind because it's very close to the end of the race. So I'm going to say Yunos almost has a full minute lead here.
See, so that one says Sleepy or Doc, and you just gotta pick one. If it doesn't say Dopey, then it's probably gonna be Doc.
Yeah, I don't think I can read quick enough to just look at the answers, or I don't have them.
All right,
memorized either.
Alan's got a pink screen going, at least for a moment. I see he's still in Space Mountain though, so this is good.
Yeah, we might see a couple more music videos if this keeps up.
I look forward to it.
Yunos onto the Pirates of the Caribbean. I haven't heard much about the Puke 7 lawsuit about his likeness being used for these guys who look exactly like him. Has there been any updates about that? I've been watching like the Newswire and MSNBC, but I haven't seen anything.
Last I heard was that he caused such a stink that they started removing boats from the game.
I
So
actually
far-
saw that.
Yeah,
I-
so far only BGT has encountered it, but
Yeah, I mean, that was a classic. I didn't realize that's why it happened. So that's good lore, good knowledge.
did I ever tell you the part I hate most about Pirates of the Caribbean when they remade it?
The film?
No, the ride. They revamped it and they got rid of some attractions. One of the attractions was they lined up a bunch of broads and it said winch for sale.
Did it really?
And so they decided that was too sexist and they pulled it, but I thought it was great humor.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. That makes sense. I mean, Disney's not in it for the jokes. They're in it to offend the least amount of mothers so that they'll buy their DVDs or whatnot.
Yeah,
I don't even
Disney.
know. Disney's got their hands in everything now.
Yeah, that's ridiculous how much. So Sony's releasing a new movie that has Spider-Man in it apparently, and of course Disney's going to get a cut of that as well.
Oh yeah, they own Spider-Man. Oh yeah, that's right. That's Marvel, isn't it?
Yep, Marvel Studios.
I mean, how many Spider-Man movies can they make? Are you like they just like all the Sam Raimi pictures came out and they waited like 3 minutes and they're like, okay, let's just make more of them. Like, what the hell? I don't know. They just keep recycling and bringing back everything. I mean, I feel like I'm ranting now, but like, did you know that Will and Grace is a TV show?
I
And
know it
Murph-
was a
Murph-
TV show.
No, it currently is. They're starting the second season of the new season. You know, the whole Roseanne bullshit happened already, and then they're bringing back Murphy Brown too. It's just like, what the hell's going on? I mean, when's the Drew Carey show gonna come back?
See, that was a good show. But there's also talk about Frasier coming back, which is weird.
That'll probably happen too. They're just like, well, why do we? There's no reason to think of new shows. We can just recycle the old ones, and people will watch it just because the success of Roseanne.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the people from Friends aren't doing anything, so why not?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, that seems right. I thought, no, Joey had, Matt LeBlanc had his own sitcom for a small period of time. I don't know if it's still on the air, though.
Yeah, he had that episodes show, but I don't know it anymore.
I mean, I remember when it came out, it just like, he had white hair, and it was just like, oh yeah, I remember Matt LeBlanc. I think that, I honestly think that Marcel should get his own spin-off.
That'd be quality.
I mean, as high quality as it could possibly be.
It's got to be better than half the other crap they're churning out.
I don't know. Have you ever seen Two Broke Girls? Don't quote me on this, but that show is goddamn hilarious. I can't say that with a straight face.
Is it better or worse than The Big Bang Theory?
It's probably worse. It's very lowbrow, but yeah, I don't really like The Big Bang Theory. People
Fun,
love
dude.
that show though.
Yeah, fun fact, Big Bang Theory has been renewed for another 3 seasons, up through
Oh.
2021.
Yeah, we can only hope. And speaking of Big Bangs, the Alan Heffley just ran into another meteorite.
Car wash.
Car wash. I actually don't know when it happens. Okay, it happens as
Car wash.
Okay. As you leave. For some reason, I thought it had something to do with Thunder Mountain, but I guess I'm wrong.
Yeah, it's because there's a Goofy at the end of Thunder Mountain as well, but it's as soon as you beat the Ghost House.
Oh, okay. What the hell is Goofy doing at the Ghost House? Makes it give you a different sprite every time. I don't know. I get fuzzy on the plot of this game.
There's a plot.
Yeah.
Can you enlighten me?
Candle, cowboy hat, something, keys.
3 men in a tub?
Yeah, I think so. That sounds about right. So Unos is on Thunder
Car
Mountain.
wash.
Car wash. I was trying to beat you to it, but I guess I ran out of turns. It looks like he gets the first track and 2 more questions, and Unos is gonna be almost done. But he is a full Thunder Mountain ahead of Edgestream, and Redbird Grad is about, I don't know, 2 hours ahead of the Allen Heffley.
So every time I see that Tommy Kirk question, I always like click in my mind Kirk Cameron for some reason.
Reminds me of Captain Kirk, in my mind. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of Captain Kirk, that doesn't make any sense. Unos is our winner. 11:07, not the best time in the world, but still enough to get himself a win. So I believe that brings him to 3-0.
Or so.
And on the other side, what's going on in the other race?
We got Redbird Grad, the most confusing name with this font ever, and he's winning his race at 11:21.
Yeah, I know. I always read those D's as G's. I've never really thought I ever saw a Disney movie before.
Yeah, anything that Disney releases, everybody will slurp up.
I mean, I didn't watch those kind of movies when I was younger. It seems like a missed opportunity for the name of a adult production company, to be honest with you. As Edgestream finishes with a time of 12:18, that unfortunately is a loss, and the Allen Heffley still stuck on Thunder Mountain.
Space Mountain.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I think he's 3-0 with those Melvin hats.
I mean, if that's your goal, I mean, it's a good goal. But you think he would choose a different route, maybe at least try to beat a couple of levels before you go back and lose over and over again on Thunder Mountain, just to at least have a little bit of fun, but whatever, I'm not in charge.
And you can't tell him
So,
what to
okay, sorry, go ahead.
do. No, I was just telling you, you can't tell people what to do. Let them play their game.
Yeah, exactly. They should play their game. So, 10 Across, a popular middle name from the 1940s. I mean, not 10 across, it was 23 across, but 10 letters. You have no idea?
I'm going to throw one out there and say Fauntleroy.
Yes, there you go. Very good. It was Fauntleroy, and it's surprising that was this morning, just this morning, because you'd think that was like a really obscure name and a weird hint, but no, if you look it up, it was there. Fauntleroy, Chicago Sun-Times, whatever day it is, it's August 4th? August 4th.
And you said this was in 1950 popular name, huh?
1940s, because that's when that character was created. It was around that time.
Oh, I was going to ask, was he created then, or was he created before, and people started naming their kids after him?
I'm gonna say it was the trend setting. Yeah, I mean Percy was pretty popular too, but
yeah, Donald
again,
Percy sounds a lot better
than Fauntleroy.
Yeah, more or less. Fauntleroy sounds like he belongs in Scrooge's mansion.
Well, I believe that wraps it up for this edition of Ice Broad Group. Do you have any last words?
Car wash?
Car wash indeed. Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. More Elite to come. Stay tuned.
All right, Unos improves to 2-0. Stands on top of the table here. Redbird Grad improves to 2-1. Enchantress of Numbers was off this week. Edge takes the loss to fall to 1-1, and the Allen Heffley 0-3, but 3-0 in forfeits and Melvin hats. It's time to float on up to the upper deck. We'll get some Group Donald action going with Justin Man 114 and Link Sevens.
All right, everyone. Got a couple of races here for you in week 3 of the Elite Tournament. Nearm versus Buzz Thunder and Angry Larry versus Armageddon Time. I'm here with Link Sevens.
Hey everyone, looks like we're getting started. Get some questions here right off the bat.
Yeah, we're gonna see same thing we've been seeing the entire tournament so far. And nice easy questions for 3 of them. Looks like Arma had a little bit of trouble with his, but he's off. And same thing for the second question. Into Space Mountain, Nausea Mountain, as I will call it.
Arma opting for the slow text.
Yeah. Not sure if he maybe had something. Not sure what he's doing now. Maybe he had to adjust something. But he is still good. He paused the game real quick too, it looked like, so. But yeah, this whole section is gonna be pretty scripted. Hope to see no one take a death, 3 hits and you're dead and you gotta start it over. I did see someone get hit, but I'm not sure who it was. It just flashed.
I think Arma had an early hit, but
okay.
I think maybe he's pause buffering to look at the list of what's coming up.
That's probably. I'm assuming he's got it written down. I think most of us at this point either have it written down or have it memorized.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely went with written down, man.
Yeah.
Memorized stuff.
That's. I think there's certain parts I kind of know, like just from the repetition, but I don't know the whole thing by heart. But yeah, I got it just like a post-it note right on my TV there. Just kind of get real close when I play for this part.
Yeah, so who do you like in these 2 races? We got Nearm, Buzz Thunder, and Angry Larry on Gideon Time.
Yeah, it's tough. I think Nearm might have a slight edge over Buzz, just judging by PB time. Nearm does have, I think it's now the 3rd place time on the list, but just recently beaten by BGT. But he's got a pretty good PB. Buzz, I think they both put up pretty good race times. Nearm has had, I think he had a little bit of trouble last week, if I remember correctly, in his race. Larry versus Arma really is just up in the air. I mean, who knows what's going to happen to Larry last week. He just kind of stopped playing at the end and just threw the race, really.
I think that failure at the end of Space Mountain puts this pretty heavily in Larry's camp.
Yeah. Yeah, Arma's going to have to restart there, unfortunately. You never know. It's a long, well, it's not really a long game. But there are 5 mini games, so any kind of deaths.
Yeah, deaths late in any stage will burn you quite a bit. So.
Yeah, and we were just talking in the off-air show about, I think before you got here, about dying at the end of the mansion level, which is quite common for yours truly.
Yeah.
Not so fun.
After sitting through a huge chunk of auto-scrolling on a chair.
Yep. And it's just the very end of the level, pretty much, right before the boss. Alright, we got 3 racers out of Autopia. Arma is making his way back through Space Mountain. Section C.
Here and Buzz Thunder look like they're going frame for frame here.
Yeah, pretty much. maybe a quarter-second lead or so for Buzz. Half-second at most. Questions are gonna... Yeah, it looks like Buzz got a better question there, too. Much less text. Arma's still taking care of section D here. I think D is one of the shortest segments, actually. And then E, of course, is the longest. Alright, 3 more questions down. These guys are going to head over to Pirates of the Caribbean. Hopefully they all will actually spawn the boat when they get there.
Yeah, I did notice that BGT, you know, despawned the boat somehow.
Yeah, it was quite interesting. See Nirm take a little hit knockback there. I actually didn't see what happened to Buzz, but he is a little further behind now. I wonder if he took a very early
It was on
hit.
the questions.
Was it? Oh wow. Maybe he. Oh okay. Maybe he got one wrong. I didn't see. Gonna burn invincibility there. Cruise through those fireballs. Now we got almost a sync between Larry and Nirm.
Yeah,
like
that's
Arma's-
pretty close.
Arma's going through Space Mountain again. Couldn't get through section E. I wonder if, I actually didn't see, but I wonder if he took an intentional game over since he was only at 1. He already used 2 continues.
I'm not sure if there's much point in an intentional game over. Just
Yeah, the only, I mean,
don't
if,
expect to die necessarily.
yeah, that's true. But if you do die after Autopia, and you game over, you lose all your stars, which could be a little. I mean, it's not like you can't beat the levels without stars, but
Right, at that point you can just go safe strats.
exactly. All right, we're into the mansion. See if these guys can get through. Sneaky level. Arma into section E again here on Space Mountain. See if you can pull it off.
Yeah, now the chair section looks like everybody's making their way through all right.
Yep, this is the part right here with the books flying at you. See if everyone gets through clean. It looks like Arma makes it through Space Mountain. And there's Larry jumping over one of the books. Alright, everyone gets through the books. And we're gonna have the boss see how a little bit of RNG here on the spawn. Quick
Yeah, a
spawn
little
for
bit.
Nirm.
The big key is to keep moving.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think too. Pretty good spawns for all 3 of them.
I mean, when I was looking through it for the task, it basically every 60 frames there's a chance it'll spawn, but it's only counting while the screen is scrolling. So if you just
Interesting.
stop, it just is not gonna. He's never gonna spawn.
He's never gonna spawn. Wow. Yeah, I think we did see 1 or 2 racers just standing there in the previous weeks, waiting for him to spawn. seldom moving, and it was taking him a while to spawn. So yeah, it does make sense. So not only moving, but making sure the screen is actually scrolling. I don't know if you actually can you actually move without the screen scrolling. Actually, now that I think.
Yeah, when you get to the edge of the room, the character will move towards the edge of the
Okay,
screen.
yeah. Yep.
That doesn't count.
Okay, so that's pretty good knowledge there.
Everybody making it through Thunder Mountain. I have a Lua script going on this right now.
Yeah, that was a virtual tie, it looked like, at the stations between Nearm and Buzz. So this is really going to come down to the questions here. About a second apart.
SRL time here.
Nearm walked away for a second there real quick. Before getting to the second question, it looked like. And there it is. Buzz sneaks in there and takes it right at the end. 10:24 and a 10:33, 9 seconds.
Yeah, both really good times. Larry in here with a 10:41. That's also a really good time. Anything sub 11
Yeah.
really could win. You know, somebody takes a death late in a stage, a sub 11 will probably win you that race.
Yeah, all really good race times. I don't think we saw any deaths, unless I still don't know if Buzz like took a death early on Pirates, or if it was just because of the question. I think it must. Yeah, it must have been the question.
Lost time on questions.
Yeah. We got Arma trying to finish it out here. Let's see what he's rolling through the pirate stage now. The boat is there. Get victory screen music. When I first was learning this game, those long jumps, especially that one that Arma just went over, I would miss it a lot. Actually, no, I think it was the one before it that I was missing a lot.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why. I guess I didn't realize you could go as far off the edge before jumping as you can. But at the end of the day, they're not any really different than jumps in other games that I play, like Zelda 2. So
Yeah, I mean, and yeah, actually the hitboxes in this game are really good. And like, yeah, you can walk away so your toe is like way out on the edge. Like I think kind of like a Mega Man sort of thing. Like, you can be way out.
yeah, it's actually a pretty well made game for what it is. The jumping too, how you can kind of control how high you jump depending on how long you hold down the button and whatnot.
Yeah, probably one of the biggest complaints would probably be all the lag, but just playing it casually, it's not something you notice a lot.
Yeah, it's not something I thought about when I was learning it, but you definitely do notice it in some parts. And that's always a fun part of a speedrun too, though, lag management, if there's ways to kind of circumvent it.
I've been working on the task, and it's taken me significantly longer than I would have thought, and almost entirely it's because the whole game has just been lag management. Other than like Space Mountain.
Yeah, naturally. I think Space Mountain is pretty much just, there's probably very little you can change in the task. I mean, you probably just pick the best route, I would assume.
The route is the only thing in Space
Yeah.
Mountain. There aren't that many branches to it, so
I think I basically just hit right at all the options. I don't know if that's actually technically the best route, but
I'd have to look at what I have written down, but I think no.
yeah, I don't think it is.
Right at everyone,
Alright, spamming the candle there. Alright. Arma's gonna be heading over to another question and then the final game. Getting on that train.
see if he remembers to look at which station he's going to. That's the hard part for me.
Yeah,
I
actually,
started on the train and I'm like, what
Yep.
station was it?
I did that in my first race. I think. Can't remember. I game overed here, but I can't remember if it was before or after. I think I legitimately died, and then I came back, and then on my first attempt after the game over, I forgot to even look at what station to go to, so I had to purposely kill myself, and it took a while. It's hard to die on purpose, I feel like.
Right.
But he's got it, looks like. Should be out of harm's way now, and fourth station, I think, is probably the easiest one to remember. Pretty much just holding right here.
Yeah, once you get kind of past the middle and you just hold right for victory.
There he goes. 2 more questions. Let's hope they're good ones.
I'm a little on the long side.
Yeah. I don't know if I've seen that one, to be honest. No way, Jose. And time. The 1736. Interesting, because the timer in the middle says something completely different. Not really sure what's the deal there. But now it looks like the guys upstairs are telling us he got done a little bit late in SRL, so that's the time he's gonna get. But he's also gonna get a wonderful Melvin hat for the week. So
Looks like that'll do it for this Group Donald race.
yeah. Good commentating with you, and we'll move on to the next race.
Yeah, we'll catch you later.
The idol Coach Crab, not IDEL, not IDOL, he's nobody's idol, stays in first place 2-0. Buzz Thunder moves up to 2-1. Near him falls to fourth place 1-2, and Angry Larry's victory over Armageddon Time moves him up to 1-1. Now it's time for our last batch of races in Group Mickey. And for the commentary, we'll have Angry Larry and Nearm. Take it away, guys.
Hello, we are on to our last races of the night. We are presenting you Group Mickey here. We have Link_7777 versus D-Pad Danny. Both of these players are 1-0 undefeated. The only match between undefeateds tonight. And then we have BGT, Bent Glass Tube, and Dig Shake on the bottom. They are both 1-1, so some even matchups here. I am joined by Angry Larry. Hello, Angry Larry.
Hello, how are you?
I am doing pretty well,
We have all of our players hitting the first trivia questions and getting them all correctly onto the second trivia question here. And it looks like everyone is through the trivia questions and on to Space Mountain.
I did notice Link 7's falter a little bit on his first question. It's going to put him a couple seconds behind. And right off the bat, Dick Shake taking a hit on the first directional input.
Yeah, you wonder if he has the baby in the lap and the baby decided to grab the controller.
Baby might play better than Dick Shake. And we have more damage all across the board. Link 7s and D-pad both taking a heart. So when you play stage Larry, do you normally like try and preserve all of your health, and then do you burn it right at the end, or you just not worry about that at all?
I mean, it's just, I'm at the point where I've never taken damage in this stage, even in practice, but I started practicing late, so I knew what to expect on this board while it was tricky for everyone else first starting. I've never taken damage in the run of play, so I always have 3 hearts going to the last area, and what happens is when you get those 3 sets of shootings in a row to end it, whatever button is the first target, I just mash it until I'm done. So whether it does intentionally take damage or doesn't, it's just me mechanically mashing.
That makes sense, and a lot of this is more or less turning your brain off as long as you can read what your inputs are, or maybe you have them memorized at this point, I don't know.
It would take a lot of work to memorize this stuff. I even try to look ahead one input, and then sometimes I question myself as I'm hitting it.
Yeah, it's rather interesting how the routing for this turned out, that the actual record video is suboptimal. That's a really interesting discovery.
Yeah, and still 10 seconds faster than the fastest time anyone has done here so far in the tournament or in practice. I just don't know where that time really comes from.
I think a lot of it's questions and just not making silly mistakes, really. That's ultimately what it boils down to. Dick Shake on his final heart here. He's got to be a little bit careful. And there it is. Dig Shake taking a death at the end of Space Mountain. He was in, I believe, the final 3, or maybe nearing the final 3, maybe the last 2, so...
That's going to be unfortunate for him because Bent Glass Tube is moving on, as is Link 7's and D-Pad Danny. So between those 3 racers, they're all heading into Autopia right now. And you're a guy who really tries to practice and optimize Autopia. What exactly do you look for when you're playing the stage?
So you'll notice right out of the gate, when there's 2 cars on the screen with you, there is a ton of lag. So one of the things you want to do is kind of minimize that as much as possible. But at the same time, you know, the game's going to spawn cars whenever it spawn cars, and sometimes that's, like, not, like, controllable. At the same time, you also want, if you're playing this game, I guess, quote-unquote optimally, you're going to want to get a specific amount of stars as you're going through here, and obviously the AI cars are in your way for that, so that's a real pain in the butt. And you can also kind of manipulate where the cars spawn a little bit. Like, if you don't knock one of the cars off, you can make sure one of the other cars doesn't spawn. So there's actually a lot more going on in Autopia than pretty much any other stage in the game. And hitting walls sucks too. So that's ultimately what it boils down to. If you hit a wall, you're in trouble.
Yeah, you see that final jump there that Link 7's just took. It's a little bit, I wouldn't say, like, I don't know, hitbox is the wrong word, but when you land, if you're a little bit too close to that wall, you go out of bounds, and you have to start the whole track over, and Link 7's just did it right there.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. It's really picky, too, because if you land to the right of that blue car, he knocks you into the wall, and obviously you want to hit the wall. But if you're, like, even 1 pixel of your tire is anywhere on that wall, then it considers you out of bounds. And the same thing goes for that bridge, that, like, retracting bridge. If you get there just a smidge too early, it'll just throw you in the water, even if the bridge is fully extended. And it can be a real pain. So D-Pad Danny taking a huge lead in the top race here. BGT also just about right even with him.
Yeah, that's going to happen when both Dig Shake and Link have to redo a stage. Trivia time is over for both Bent Glass Tube and D-Pad Danny. They're going to head it on into the Pirates of the Caribbean right now.
Good old Pirates. Gotta save the maidens and dodge Puke 7.
Yeah, we get a Puke 7 appearance in the tournament here.
Yeah, last I knew he's back from vacation.
He will be settling his lawsuit and hopefully making up his races shortly. I'm hearing good things. I watched TMZ today, and there was a little segment on it.
Oh, that's right.
But Fauntleroy.
Fauntleroy, of course. Neither D-Pad Danny or BGT getting lucky on the cannonballs. It's possible to get through that section without taking any damage or stopping, but if you get hit, it's not the worst thing in the world. Both runners are electing to use invisibility to get through the fireballs. You can wait them out, but obviously it's slower, so...
Going back to the world record being 10 seconds faster than anything any one of us has done, you brought up a good point with the RNG in the questions, whether like the length of the question or the position of the answer factors in. The cannonballs right there, whether you can get the ghost at the end of the Haunted Mansion, which is the next stage for several of these runners, to spawn right away. Those are all factors of the RNG that could help you just shave time, just because, you know?
Yeah, there are definitely a couple of random factors going into it, as D-Pad and BGT both finish up Pirates without too much trouble. I think the ghost spawning at the end of the Haunted Mansion is the biggest one, but at the same time, that's, you know, usually not more than a 5-second variance. So there's definitely some execution to be done. There's one damage boost in the ballroom that the record does that I decided was, you know, too difficult for, you know, the pain that it was worth. And I don't know, there's just a lot of little things in this game that really add up over time. A lot of like lag reduction and little things like that.
Have you ever, to start the Haunted Mansion, you know when you take the invincibility and you jump up on the high route, have you ever approached that slope going to the first tombstone that you jump over and fell to the bottom?
I don't think I have.
I did that today in practice. I fell right to the bottom and jumped right on top of a ghost. Or a zombie.
Interesting.
Yeah,
so you like clip through the stairs almost?
Yeah, I clipped through the... Are those stairs? I kind of call them the hill. The hill. I guess they're stairs.
Well, I'm just thinking like Castlevania, where like they do that a lot, where they'll like climb the stairs and then they'll like jump or something or get hit and then they'll like clip through them. Maybe it's like kind of the same thing going on there.
Yeah, I wonder. I don't know if anybody's ever really checked this. I wonder if you hold down and jump, if you can go from the top level to the bottom level.
I'm not really sure. D-Pad making his way through, looking pretty good so far. He's being a little adventurous, jumping up for these candles. He's already got 30. I think that's a little too many.
Link jumped right into the initial zombie.
D-Pad getting through the hard stuff. BGT passed the troll book as well.
I ain't bother with that book anymore.
Yeah, once I learned you could stand super far right on the chair and have it spawn early, it's like easy mode. Relatively good spawn for D-Pad there. Everything's going well for him. And BGT is coming out of the bottom left corner.
2 car washes and moving on to the second to last question here. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. I was saying Dig Shake moved on to the pirate stage. A lot of ground to make up there. We got 4th station for D-Pad Danny. That shouldn't involve too much trouble. And 4th station for BGT as well. Collusion.
It's always nice to get the 4th station or 1st station. Actually, anything but 3rd station. Because you can turn your brain off at a certain point during the route. 3rd station requires you to pay attention near the end.
Yeah, 3rd station is honestly really punishing compared to everything else. Like, there's a lot of different ways you can get to 4th or 2nd or 1st, but if you miss one turn on 3rd station, you're just screwed.
And Link Sevens is having a horrible time this race. He just took another death. To put it in some sort of comparison here. Link Sevens in his last 2 races has gone 10 minutes and 33 seconds, and he's only 1-0. 10:33 was his only time. So right now, he would be about wrapping up, and he still has this stage and Thunder Mountain to go.
Yeah, that's rough. This game is pretty punishing when you die, having to start the stage over. If you die early in a stage, it's not so bad, but if you're most of the way through the stage, like what happened to Dig Shake at Space Mountain, then you've got a lot of ground to make up, as D-Pad Danny and BGT both finishing up here. D-Pad Danny's final time, a 10:20. I believe that might be a tournament best so far. If I'm not mistaken. And
Johnny Stats is getting on that right now.
Bent Glass Tube, a 10-26. So they will be your winners. D-Pad Danny will move to 2-0. Bent Glass Tube will move to 2-1. Going to be a pretty competitive group there. Link 7's trying to make his way through this haunted mansion. It's been pretty rough for him. He's going to drop down to 1-1. But he had a 10-33 in his first race. I'm sure he'll bounce back, and he is an elite veteran.
The only guy in the Elite Tournament history that started when the tournament series started to be in the winner's bracket every single competition.
Yep. That's definitely an accomplishment. I can't even say I've done that, and I've only been here for, 2 years? Or 2 seasons, I guess?
Yeah, I guess this would be your 4th, actually.
I can't count. Counting's hard.
Yeah, I think you started in Panic Restaurant, Yume, Tiny Toons, and now Magic Kingdom.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Link 7's finally out of the Haunted Mansion, making his way over to Thunder Mountain. First station. Easy mode.
Johnny Stats is in my ear right now telling me that D-Pad Danny's 1020 has bested Dark Magician's 1022 of Week 1 for the new high in the tournament.
There you go. So D-Pad Danny 2-0 looking to be one of the guys to beat here. And don't sleep on BGT either. He may have a loss, but certainly a very un-BGT-like performance from him here. Putting the crowd on notice.
I think since the history and the mystique of BGT has first come to light, I believe there has been a rise in BGT's stock and other people taking over the mantle of BGT, but we won't let it. We just don't acknowledge that.
I see.
He'll always be our guy on the bottom, even if win-loss record doesn't dictate. Got Link 7's here. Link 7's is going through the chicanes on his way over to station number 1.
BGT certainly churning out the good clips every week, though. Gotta keep the people on their toes.
Oh yeah, combination of him being BGT and possibly a bad flashcard. As Link 7's answers the final 2 trivia questions. It's a twofer, the last dude, the last NPC, and he'll move on into Cinderella's castle with a time of 13:37. Fortunately, it's a pretty notable time, but it is a losing time. He'll move to 1-1, like you said.
All the 90s chat rooms appreciate that time.
I bet our chat's lit right now, but I don't care to open it.
Oh, I see. Dig Shake did get 3rd station here, but he's looking like he handled it quite well. That final turn, pretty nasty, but he's going to get through. He's only got some trivia to mop up, and he'll be jumping as well.
Any prediction on the question he's going to get?
Fauntleroy.
We got a Chippendale sighting, and we don't get the double Chippendale. Oh, come on, Dig Shake.
There's still a chance. The crowd is chanting Fauntleroy. Fauntleroy, he's a cow.
Dig Shake goes 3 for 4 on the final questions. He decides he's going to walk into the cotton candy stand for a little while and then finish up the race at 14:41, claiming the Melvin hat.
Melvin.
We do need a Melvin sound effect, but Group Mickey is going to be pretty interesting. All groups have a chance to be pretty interesting going into Week 4, but there are some good matchups in this group next week, and hopefully we get a chance to see some drama.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun to see.
But that about wraps it up for tonight's races. Nierm, thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Angry Larry, for hosting the Elite Season 6.
We'll send it up to Hans Buttface to recap tonight's action and preview next week. With the fastest time in the tournament thus far, D-Pad Danny is nipple ring, moved to 2-0. Banclass 2 moves up to 2-1. Link Sevens goes down to 1-1, third place, and Dig Shake is in fourth place, 1-2. Random Effect was off this week. He's got 2 more races left, and the way this group is shaping up, it is really anybody's division to win. But who will win the division? Well, we will get closer to finding out that answer as we take a look at Week 4's matchups. 2-0 D-Pad Danny takes on Dig Shake. 1-1 Angry Larry takes on 1-2 Nearm. See, Random Effect gets back into the action against Link Sevens. First place Coach Crab takes on last place Armageddon Time. Edgestream has to move on past Space Mountain against the Alan Heffley. Will Puke Sevens race? Puke 7. Call him Sevens. He might win a couple additional digits in the lawsuit. Maybe it'd be 7 figures. Call him Puke Sevens then. Takes on Jam. Undefeated Unos takes on Enchantress of Numbers returning from her idle week. And Dark Magician against Justin Man 114. Thank you to the following idiots for helping with the Week 3 production of the Elite Tournament. And that will put a bow on week number 3. You can catch up with the Elite Tournament at elite.angrylarrygaming.com. You'll find the standings, the schedule, and the video archives for all the prior seasons of the Elite Tournament. This is Hans Buttface. Thank you for watching. See you next week. Knob.